Today we're going to talk about work experience. As you know, almost all of the full-time MBA programs, both in North America and around the world, require a minimum of 2 years of work experience. So for those of you who don't meet the minimum requirement, I'm going to make a separate video for that. But for those of you, today's video is more relevant because I'm going to talk about individuals with more than let's say 7 years of experience, because when you look at the school stats, the average work experience is around 5 years, and let's say you have about 7, 8 years or maybe 10 years of work experience, but you want to do a full-time MBA for a variety of reasons. And I'm going to focus on you, on how to convince both the Career Center folks and the admissions committee that you're a good fit for the program. So why do they have these certain numbers? Well, the primary reason is because the employers recruiting on campus are looking for junior individuals. Because when I say junior individuals, not age-wise, but work experience-wise, because what they want to do is they want to mold them, and they want them to be part of the culture and learn the company culture as they get on board. And when you have a certain number of years of experience, then it becomes really hard for you to break those established habits. So it's a little bit of a hard sell, but nothing is impossible. There are definitely ways to present yourself in a way to convince them that you're a good fit for the program. Now, when I have a candidate, I'm going to talk about both sides because, as you know, I was at director level at a business school, and now I'm doing independent consulting, so I'm going to present both perspectives. When I was at the business school, when I received an application from a candidate with, let's say, 10 years of experience, my number one concern was fit. Because when you look at the average age and the average experience, you see that this person exceeds the max requirement pretty much. So when I interview those folks, I would be asking questions around people skills, teamwork, and how comfortable they would be working with individuals who have less experience, because they're going to bring examples from more complex business problems. But are they going to be okay with hearing a junior employee with less complex experience? Are they going to get bored? So satisfaction is very important because that is directly related to the success rate in the program, and all business schools want their students to start at the same time, the cohort, and graduate at the same time. So I would be asking questions around those lines, like, are you comfortable with being on the team with someone who has only 2 years of experience? How are you gonna manage the relationships? Are they gonna be arrogant? Are they gonna be bossy, let's say? And if I'm convinced that they have the right personality to work with people from all walks of life, then definitely that candidate, I would bring that application to the admissions committee with no hesitation. Now, another reason is, as I mentioned before, around employability. The Career Center folks, as you know, all business schools have career coaches, and they're more used to working with students with less experience. So the expectations are different. They're easier to manage. But when someone comes with a certain level of experience, then the expectations are very high. So as a candidate, if you're bringing let's say more than 7 years, 10 years of experience to the table, you have to convince them that the onus is on you. You have to convince them that your expectations are realistic. You know your shortcomings. You know that for a full-time MBA program, you are on the more senior level, but you're okay with the jobs that are being posted on campus, and you're okay with talking to people who don't have as much experience as yourself. So it's definitely on you. Now, the other suggestion I have is when you meet with an admissions person, let's say they have concerns around your resume and they have some questions, just tell them right at the beginning that, you know, I have more experience than the average experience in the program, but this doesn't mean that I'm not open to learning. So just emphasize that you're there to learn, to update your knowledge, and to improve yourself. And tell them that you're going to do the extra networking necessary to secure a good job post-graduation. Because if you go in there expecting the school to pretty much sell you to an employer who's used to hiring individuals with less experience, then you're starting on the wrong foot. Never have that expectation. Look at the employers, do your networking. You will, not even may, but you will do the extra networking to reach out to folks who are looking for more experienced individuals. And also state your reason. In my case, when I was at the business school, the number one reason was because they were coming from a different country and they needed the local education, and a summer internship would be a great way for them to get their foot in the door. This is understandable, but again, if you have the right mindset. So let's say in your home country, you're a VP level and you move to another country and you expect to get a job at a VP level or even higher, then you definitely don't have realistic expectations. I'm sorry to break it to you. So you have to understand that it's a new culture, it's a new work environment, and what you need to do is first get to know the environment, get to know the culture a little bit better, because when you go in with such experience, even if you're hired for a more junior role, you will show yourself pretty soon and you will be up for that promotion. So have that positive mindset and bring that positive mindset to the table. Now, as a consultant, when I work with my students, right now I'm working with a wonderful student who has about 10 years of experience and who's looking into doing a full-time MBA program. I encouraged her to try a 1-year program as opposed to a 2-year program, because summer internships would be tough for her. And also getting to know her a little bit, I think she would be bored. So that's how I coach my students. So we're now applying for only 1-year programs, and she's very happy with the outcome. So in your case, if you think a 2-year program would be too much for you, if you already have done your undergrad in business and you have this kind of experience, a 2-year MBA program may not be the best fit. So be realistic, do your research and understand the program, what kind of electives are out there, what kind of majors, and what you want to do after the program. And go in there with that mindset. And I'm pretty sure if you bring that positive attitude, both the admissions officers and the career center folks will be more open to giving you an opportunity to study their program. If you have any questions about this, or if you want some feedback on your resume, or any questions, drop me a comment and I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. Good luck, guys. You got this.